this thing. Uh, if the type is fits the stereotypical description of the type, then you don't need to go subtype at all. You only go to see which subtype the specific type is when you see that they clearly have the structure of their type, but somehow they still don't appear as that type. Like you see in an INFJ that is more extroverted than your average INFJ, or an INTP that's more extroverted than your average INTP.
Like Carolyn Spacey, or maybe Spacey, not Carolyn.
Okay, well, I'll concede this, that it makes sense to me that Taylor be dominant and I be creative in the subtypes, because I don't care about shit like dominant shit nearly as much as he does. For example, I don't stay mad at somebody who fucked up or really actually really care about justice. The only justice I really care about is that they not be allowed to get away with TI bullshit.
So I think that my opposition to Courtney is misinterpreted, but that might be a different topic. I see no potential in her. She has a lapse of any. She is an any vacuum. She cannot, and Effie. She cannot stop sucking as a person.
Okay, even if it's not justice, that's a very dominant perspective on things. You want to render that final.
True.
It may be it should be rendered final, but that would be a difference. That would be reflective of a difference between a dominant and a creative subtype. Now, I do believe myself any heavy, and I have, in my understanding of the DCHN, and then I become the dominant subtype, and that makes sense to me against other ENTPs. It's like saying, who's the dominant ENTP on straight up ENTP-ishness versus who's the one who's creating new versions of ENTP. That was how I understood this, right? Like, but I kind of like, I think it works better for me to be creative subtype. I think that makes more sense, but I still don't like the idea that my subtype determines how I relate to society and trumps my type.
But ignore it. Just go with the relationship thing. Creative subtypes.
It's an adjective.
With the harmonizing subtype.
It's an adjective.
I know. Well, I need to behave like an adjective then. It's subject to the same rules and laws all other adjectives are subject to.
I guess the question is, what's the audience that you're defining it for? Because if someone said that you're the dominant ENTP and I'm the creative ENTP, and then they met us, they'd be like,
Right. Okay, you're right. Normal usage of the words, for sure. That's very NI of you, Taylor, right there. That's super NI. Totally. Makes perfect sense. You're right. Normal usage of the words, you wouldn't interpret it that way. But you also wouldn't call, I don't think you'd say that there are any ENTPs who are really normalizing. I mean, we're not normalizing really, are we?
well, Tiff's not.
You can find a normalizing ENTP. Why not?
Yeah, I think JD is. JD appears more normalizing than most ENTPs.
Who's JD?
The fucking guy from Texas who's got MBTI plus.
Oh, okay.
Hi, Taylor.
Plus what?
How are you, Tiff?
I'm good. How are you?
You know, just in here arguing, same shit, different day.
We're not even arguing. We're just
So the where we were going with this is for relationships, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't remember where we were going back then.
Is this a continuation of the SESI thing before I got on the phone for an hour?
I think it's linked, but not a continuation.
Fuck.
There's no need to click watch together. The link is it's not a YouTube link. It's not gonna work. Watch together doesn't
We
work.
need to quit watch together because it's fucking annoying when people do the watch together thing in here.
Yeah,
Some-
found the
Here's
chick.
the thing. I want to say that I'll get to you in a second, Ken. Sorry, but I want to say about Watch Together. It is occasionally good and appropriate to do, but it should be done very sparingly, and people should know that it's the right thing to do when they're doing it, because it is annoying. But I don't want it. I like the fact that it's possible.
Yeah, earlier
I'm
we
not
were
disagreeing
using
with that.
Ken,
I think there should be like a general agreement among the room that it should happen before it happens, though.
fuck democracy, Ken.
No comment.
Ken was going to say he wants democracy.
No, I was not. You stop.
I'm using my NI, Ken. I just got confirmation that it's strong, and my NI has made up its mind that my NI is strong.
Okay, well your NI is wrong now, so that
No, my NI is never wrong.
it is wrong.
That's the nature of NI. It can't be wrong.
I think I just got a stomach ulcer. Can you stop?
That's good. You're up against a type 8 NI.
Type 8 NI is basically just SE. Like, no, you're wrong.
There, fix that. Try the other one. Boo failure. Boo failure.
what
So
are
anyway.
you trying to fix? You said fix that.
I fixed that thing where that window was up. So whoever pushed the Watch Together.
Can you leave it in one room?
What?
Can you leave it in one room?
Can I leave what in one room?
Watch together.
No, we're not. I didn't get rid of Watch Together. I got rid of that. Like when that Watch Together was launched, because it didn't work, the bot reported
okay.
as though we're still Watch Together forever until you turn that off remotely using the turn it off remotely function that we have. So
All right.
I had to go fix that. That's the problem with Watch Together.
With Watch Together is how much it fucks up the recordings if someone like you or me isn't here to fix it on the bot.
Right, but even all that, Tiffany, I still think it's worth it for them to have Watch Together existent in this app, and I don't mind doing a lot of that checking and clicking that thing out and stuff. It's worth it because occasionally I want to use it if there's no other reason, and sometimes it's appropriate to use it.
I agree. What's Watch Together?
We were using it earlier to try to type someone.
Is that the private room?
Did anyone else question whether it's possible that Motherfucker 2 is Demon Windu?
I heard her speak. She's a woman.
Oh,
I don't know. A Motherfucker was. I don't know about Motherfucker 2.
You're a motherfucker.
But Motherfucker is definitely a woman, and I've heard her speak plenty on the cutting shit from her, and
I just assume that anyone who's self-applied motherfucker is not a chick. I don't know why.
I know. I was shocked to hear her speaking actually with a chick too. She's
Well,
a
Taylor,
Norwegian
you're old
chick.
fashioned like that.
I am old-fashioned like that.
It's because she is SE Dom.
She's an ESTP.
Yeah, she's a girl.
That's what I said. Nobody believed me.
Well, she thinks. Oh, Motherfucker 2 thinks that they're INTJ or ENTP.
Okay, well, I don't know. I don't see anything by Motherfucker 2 in the
It was the Gummy Bears comment that pulled my attention.
okay.
It's just that right about undistinction.
Which comment?
Up away. Says calls ENFP gummy. Or it calls whatever. It's my NI. It's probably right as fuck.
Yeah, my dominant NI has needs to have a few words with your NI.
Okay, but Ken, you're discounting the fact that I'm a dominant type, and then I'm an NI, NE, SE, TI, ENTP.
I'm sorry, what was that? I'm so dominant, I had to ignore you.
I think you're confused or dominance again.
You know, I concede. That's absolutely correct. You got me.
I know, because I'm an N-I-N-E-S-E.
You're gonna fucking repeat it, right? Yep. You're gonna repeat it the whole way.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
Actually, okay, casual's got it right. I couldn't hear you over the sound of my NI. That should have been my statement.
I gotta go. I got shit to do.
Okay.
I gotta mail stuff.
We
Taylor,
didn't.
I gotta mail you something.
S's.
What?
You're gonna
We
mount
didn't figure out the
someone.
difference between our S's.
Oh,
Or-
I know. But I gotta do. I gotta mail something to you for one thing. That's one thing I gotta do.
Don't do a nick on me with the I'm doing what I want for you.
No, I mean I have a number of things I gotta do. I gotta mail a couple things, and I gotta.
So you don't have time to figure out why you can't slay the puss? You think it's a more cost-effective use of your time to continue bumbling around through dating than to parse out right now the right way to do things?
Fine, let's talk it out. So what should I do?
That's FE, folks.
No, it's better to do what you have
No,
to
it's
do.
not Effie. It's
Go mail the shit, Eric.
casual. Let me talk to Taylor for a little bit. All right. So Taylor, my basic position is that I'm not made to do. I'm not made to be you, basically. And even if I could be you in areas that I always kind of thought I wanted to, like secretly thought, well, it would be great to slay the puss. I've discovered that I don't think it's what I want to do. I just it's a lot of hassle.
Watching your ethics awareness video last night on kind of a similar topic, and that was interesting.
I don't remember what that video was about.
You're not as naive as you let yourself be, and you are basically trying to do good in the world because you care about things.
Yeah,
But it does kind of segue into why you're not a puss slayer, or how you don't want to hurt people, which I heard. I don't slay puss because of this.
well, I can't keep people at arm's length for very long. I tend to fall into shit, and people are always surprised, like, why are you closing the distance so fast? But they're also pretty consistently swept up in it. And I can't be doing that shit irresponsibly.
You know, Eric, some people want their puss to be slayed.
I mean, I know I do.
Yeah, well,
He doesn't. What he's saying is he doesn't back out of it.
my problem also is that's not a solution. Getting laid is a temporary solution that is too temporary. It's like doing the dishes. I can't be continually exerting effort redoing the same task over and over again.
But you can't tell me.
Yes, you can in terms of a human being, but you as an individual, I agree.
Okay. But I want to talk to Taylor for a bit. Let me talk to Taylor about this. All right, go, Taylor.
I just gave you such
Shut
great
the
advice.
fuck up.
I want to talk to Taylor about this because you're giving me advice and shit I don't need to know about. I want to know about what I want to know about. I want resolution on the TI level.
But Eric, I'm helping.
You're a virgin.
Taylor, go.
Now I don't even remember. Oh, yeah.
My
So
work is
dating while horny is like shopping while hungry. You can't tell me that changing the oil on your car is a bad thing because you got to do it again then 6 months later. You need to change the oil.
No, I'm saying if I'm trying to get laid without being in a steady relationship, then that's like doing the dishes. Where
You should get laid, and that'll help you realize whether or not you want to be in a relationship with someone. Because if you're not compatible sexually, it's like you're wasting time to begin with.
obviously you have to sleep with people before you do anything else.
If you're horny, you don't have a good assessment of whether or not that person is worth having in your life at all because
That's not true. That's actually not true. My assessment of individuals is ridiculously, unreasonably logical. I have a clear list of needs and wants I want fulfilled. And it's a role thing. My life is defined by roles that need to be filled.
That
And
assumes,
this role has gone unfilled too long.
that assumes that you've got a complete and accurate self-assessment.
No, it assumes that spending the last couple of years trying to lock something down is indicative of the fact that I really want to lock something down, not that I'm persistently, stupidly wrong for 2 years.
It could be indicative of a number of things. It could be indicative of you need consistent sex. It could be indicative of you don't like dating, you don't understand it or are scared of it. It could be indicative of a whole number of things, of which I value locking things down as only one. You're ignoring the fact that you're an any dom that gets bored with shit.
First of all, you're ignoring the fact that all those first things you said are not necessarily reasons to learn to change those things. They could be parts of my nature that are things I have to embrace.
What? Being horny? Making decisions horny? Or being scared?
Taylor, that is not driving my decision making. What I'm saying is being horny is a state of being that needs to be addressed without me thinking about it. Like, I don't want to do the dishes, so I have paper plates. Dating is doing the dishes. I'm not scared of it. It requires time and energy. It requires money. It requires effort and attention. It requires a lot of conversations. It requires consumption of my life with shit that doesn't matter.
Do you understand why you shouldn't grocery shop when you're hungry?
Do you understand that I'm hungry for shit locked down, not hungry for sex?
Dating.
I'm hungry for shit locked down.
How are you
That's
going
what
to
I'm
get shit
starving
locked down
for.
without dating?
For Christ's fucking sake, you retard, I've been dating.
You don't want to date. That
I
doesn't
know. That's a good reason not to date.
That doesn't mean that you're not still motivated by your balls on a far greater level than you're giving it credit for.
I mean, in terms of, it may be an important reason why I want to lock shit down, but you're trying to section things out from wanting to lock shit down. Wanting to lock shit down does solve that problem and many, many, many more. So isn't wanting to lock shit down a good thing?
Yes, if you're approaching it from an objectively level playing field, which I don't think you can hornily.
If not, for God's sakes, it's not about the sex. It's not about that.
But you've got inferior SI and dominant NE. So how can you
Taylor, listen,
objectively?
this is a business decision, for God's sake. It's a fucking business decision. I need a person to manage my shit.
Well, then why don't you just hire someone to manage your shit?
Because it doesn't work. I've tried it. The way this works is to get a managey type SI person to manage my shit for me and suck my dick when I'm horny. That's the way it fucking works.
Except it's not working.
Well, it is, but this is the thing. I need to know that I am not engaged in the narrative that it's going to be, this will be played out as. It's going to be played out in these wrong interpretations because there's a mistaken belief that it's not okay somehow, or that it's not a viable way to choose a partner to do role filling, which is exactly what I want to do. I have a role I need to fill. I have multiple roles. Who fills the most of them? If they fill enough of them, then they are good to go.
It is a viable way. However, it's a poor measurement if you're focusing only on one component, which is your conscious need for roles to be filled. You're aware of your own inferior SI, right?
Yeah.
So you're aware that you might not know if your mood is because you're hungry or horny or this or that. How the fuck can you dismiss what I'm saying then and claim to use TI?
Because I am obviously, what you just said means I am very, very capable of recognizing when my SI need is being filled because I need it. So when it feels like, oh, thank God, SI, I know that individual is filling that need. It's a good sign.
Is it you have too many roles on this list of roles you need filled by this one particular person?
I mean, the
I'm
challenge
just
for me is pretty simple. The answer, the challenge for me is actually quite simple. It's a time versus near to perfection. Wait, hold on. You've got time frame, magnitude, and you've got a probability. So we have anything that's sooner gets bonus points for time frame. Anything that's more perfect gets bonus points for magnitude, and anything that is more certain gets bonus points for probability. Now, the thing is, everybody wants to focus on the second one. More perfect should be prioritized. I'm saying time frame and probability should be prioritized.
Right. It's a cost-benefit analysis. So time is a factor, but
everybody keeps ignoring.
I'm not. I think it's overweighted.
I disagree. I mean, the reason you think it's overweighted is because what I am not necessarily public about is all the various wreckage that piles up behind me of me not dealing with shit. Why am I not dealing with it? Because I am going to remain in a state of waiting for that person to come in and fill that role and do it for me until it gets filled. I will not ever do it well myself. Shit will get worse and more messy continually until shit is done properly. And what that means is I know how life is supposed to be. Life requires me to have a woman to manage my shit. I've gone too long without one. It's a fucking nightmare. I can't manage my own shit. I don't have time for it. The bottom line is I am doing shit all the time. Stuff that matters to me a lot. And the shit that doesn't matter to me is stupid. And I don't want to have to do any of it ever.
I get it, which is what. Okay, walk down this road. If time is overweighted, then how many times will you be divorced?
I'm not getting married.
It seems to me like you've considered time the most valuable factor too many times.
Well, it's because nobody else understands that every moment that passes without these roles being properly filled as the universe dictates they must be, it does active harm. The harm piles up and is cumulative. The frustration level increases as well. What won't change is I'm not going to shift suddenly into patient guy who goes through this dating process more patiently. I might say, okay, fuck it. Let me try a few more candidates. And I'll try to rush through those things quickly. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Okay, let's settle down. Right? I'm going to keep doing that forever. Why? Because my real need is to have it locked down. That's my real need.
Candace should have been perfect for you.
I know. I shouldn't have fucked that shit up. I get drunk all the time. But the point is, I found Candace 2. Candace Part 2 is the same goddamn person. Except I'm not drunk now.
I'm not going to say anything. Just simmer on it for a while when you're not all horny and angry.
I'm not horny. I'm fine. I went back over there last night. I'm fine.
You might be horny. You might be hungry. And I don't think you know either way.
I can't be horny because I just had intercourses yesterday.
Oh my fucking!
Just cool off and fuck a Snickers.
I mean, it's not
okay.
That has to follow some sort of logical progression too. Okay, I can't just be horny already.
Yes and no. Okay, fine. You're probably not sitting on your massive blue balls like you were, but I mean, do I have to like start telling you how much I have sex? I have a lot more sex than once a day.
Okay, I know, Taylor, but you practiced yourself into a high need. You have extremely high tolerance for ejaculation, basically. So that it's like you're already producing more semen as soon as the last drop of the first load came out or something. I'm older than that. I remember when I was a lot more like, God, Jesus Christ, how much more of this stuff is there in me? I'm a little bit less like that now. But regardless, the point is what I'm really blue-balled about What I have massive blue balls about is not having something locked down. That my balls are huge and blue as fuck.
I think a business transaction by solving a short-term need with a long-term solution. The terms of your things are not
short-term. My need is permanent. It is not short-term at all. I need somebody to take the shit over so I never have to think about it again.
You're going to flood the village to put out the fire.
That's not true. I'm saying this village is plagued with problems. This person solves most of them effectively and perfectly.
And
these are systemic problems that fundamentally represent why I want to be in a relationship at all. It's true I need sex, but that's not something I prioritize or actually care about, at least logically. Intellectually, I don't.
Okay.
But that gets solved too. That gets solved too. She's very helpful.
Thought through what you need. Have you thought through what you might get that you don't want?
Okay. Well, that I have no problem worrying about because I will set. I make things clear ahead of time. I have certain protocols in place. If need be, then that whatever it is that I might not like will have to either be fixed or get hammered into submission, or that'll end the relationship, and that's fine. I have no problem dealing with problems on the fly now at all. I understand that I'm very cooperative. As long as she's very cooperative, we're fine. I don't look for problems. If she's making problems, then she will meet the hammer.
If you think that that's a winning approach, then good luck on your.
It is a winning approach. It's the only approach. First of all, the thing is, we are all arguing about Kimberly, and the thing is,
I'm not.
I know you're not.
But that's what
we're actually arguing about. We're arguing about Kimberly because I think Kimberly's a goddamn good candidate. She meets all kinds of needs. I love her little fucking house and her comfortable place and her feeding me enchiladas and all that kind of shit. And I'm probably gonna just lock that shit down. And I love the fact that she's a hairdresser who's got a salon in her own house, so she's got kind of like flex schedule there. She's got a part-time job she could quit to become my manager and make sure shit flies with me. And just like Candace. And
I'm not talking about Kimberly at all. I'm talking about pure conceptual approach.
okay.
Kimberly.
That's fine. No, yeah, Kimberly, I'm talking about it and not explicitly, so therefore everybody else takes me at face value and deals with it as an abstract issue because, whatever. I don't know, because I'm fucking, you know me. The point is, that woman's going to take good care of me.
Chloe, you're fucking retarded.
I see the advocating for Eric dealing with the shorter term problem, but let's be honest, Eric Strauss is a long-term problem.
Thank you.
This is a long-term problem because he's full of short-term problems that he doesn't handle on a long-term basis.
And not even remotely the majority of them are sex related.
Yeah, you don't have inferior SI. Probably more of them are sex, hunger, and sleep related than either of us even recognize.
Yeah, most of the ones I was referring to is pretty much hunger and comfort, which kind of ties into comfort.
Sure, the hunger, comfort stuff, but also I need the TE aspect of it. Like, somebody else get my mail out of the mailbox, please. Somebody else have the checkbook, write the checks, send the bills in. Somebody else remind me to do X, Y, and Z, please. Because Google remind these is not.
Why didn't it work out with you and Coach A?
Yeah, you can't hire somebody to do that shit for you. That's the bottom line. You can't. And especially not ENFJ because you don't like
Because
ENFJ.
you need your balls coddled too?
Well, there's that aspect too as well. Obviously, Abraham's not going to meet that need. But see, I was trying to think of like, okay, well, Eric, obviously what you're supposed to do here is structure your life such that you get all those practical things done by helper types, and then you get your sex done by women who you're dating. And then you don't try to combine the two. But that makes no sense to me.
Maybe you get a sidekick and hire out the sex.
Or what you could do is you could be polyamorous with 2 different people.
Just admit it, Chloe. You want to fuck him.
You
No.
could be Mormon.
Yeah, Chloe is desperately trying to get on Eric right now.
No, that is bullshit.
Uh-huh.
I don't want to be polyamorous. I don't like it. It's hard. I don't have the psychic energy to devote to two relationships like that.
It's exhausting. I don't know how people can balance different women, and I mean, like, I tried it. It's tiring.
Thank you,
I mean,
Taylor.
Taylor can barely deal with Katie when she's on.
No, Katie can barely deal with Taylor.
Yeah.
Oh, look.
Taylor's like, I don't see what the problem is. Everything's fine. And Katie's like, it is most certainly not fine.
Katie's like, I'm so tired and sore.
So I'm going to have a hard conversation with Helen, who, of course, out of the blue.
It's not out of the blue.
Well, I mean, it's based on my settling into something else, I would guess.
He totally is, for sure. For 100%
So-
sure.
But see, this is the problem I have a lot in life. I look for support when I need it. People are ready to give me support when they feel they're ready, but I don't need support anymore then.
That's why Yaylor is always here to tell you to go fuck it out. That's
I
a
mean,
proverb.
The thing is, if I were to prioritize just like hotness or something, if I were to listen to my penis would say, well,
Can you call it your dick or your cock or something?
Call it your phallus.
he's an English gentleman from the 1930s, my penis. Tally ho. Good day, young man. Anyway, obviously Helen is somebody who, it doesn't matter how many people I date or sleep or whatever, I'll never be with anybody as gorgeous as Helen.
That is the stupidest bullshit I've heard tumble out of your mouth ever.
Why?
Because what the fuck are you basing that on? Your excellent SI? Your excellent memory?
Look, there's exactly one, there are certain body ratios and stuff, and yeah, she has the fucking world's greatest tits. I mean, you can't even, the tits they defy nature's laws.
Why?
They're not fake. They're not fake.
Your innie is broken on this topic.
I don't know why you're talking about that. That's not true. My innie's not broken. I'm saying
You're doing that. You're doing the intuitive thing where you're making up a world and making up a future that's not to your benefit and is not really bounded in anything more than fear.
okay. Well, how much? See, I don't agree with that. Actually, that's why this is the point I want to resolve in this conversation. Is what actually is motivating me and whether or not it's legitimate. Because I agree with you. If I'm rushing into a choice that is not a good choice, then it's a bad choice. A bad choice is a bad choice. But the question is not bad choice versus good choice. The question is good enough choice or wait longer. Now, you say it's fear-based. I don't agree. I will agree it's impatience-based, frustration-based. It's need for solvency. There's an actual real solvency that stays put. That means I cannot have to go to let me meet you now and let me woo you and go through this process. It will occupy all of my time and attention.
So
And
some of those concerns, while not technically fear, have big fear components.
No, they have a genuine exhaustion to it. I am done living in this awful place of dealing with emotions and feelings and relationships. I am done with it because I fucking hate it. I suck at it. And it's risky for my heart.
I do think, and I said this before, I think that I don't know what the normal protocol is for being in a dating thing, but you've gone on a lot of rapid fire dates.
Yeah, well, I didn't like most of those women. Because the thing is, when I realized, I sat down with the math professor, I sat down with a fucking vegan chick, and I talked on the phone with the other chick. I talked on the phone with the chick counselor thing, and I realized none of these people are remotely close to being able to fill the role I needed to fill.
So
Not
then,
remotely close.
Then is it an emotional? Is there any heart risk in that process? Because individuals should be a non-risk.
No, I mean, there's no risk in continuing to do that, except what it definitely does do is keep the other thing from settling into not arm's length. So it does require me to keep Kimberly at arm's length and keep maintaining this notion of, okay, well, I'm not sure. It does continue to force me to not integrate her into what I really need to start doing, all the various things I need to get done. And
I'm literally not having a conversation about Kimberly at all. So when you respond in Kimberly context,
I'm not the point about Kimberly is the example of why I'm trying to show you that you don't factor in time enough. Like, you don't understand that that there are lots of things in life that are pending, waiting for the person to do that job to come into place.
That is probably
this role has been left empty too long. This business of being Eric requires the office manager position, and it's been left unfilled for 2 fucking years.
Okay, I have not had the officer manager position unfilled really ever. So that's correct. I'm probably not factoring in time enough. You're also probably not factoring in libido enough. So if we split the difference and we're not arguing but parsing, how the fuck can you tell me in parsing that fear and sex are not over and underweighted, even if they are not recognized?
Because I until recently actually did have fear. And I can tell the difference between what I used to think about this dating process and what I'm thinking now. I agreed with you fundamentally that my approach to dating was wrong. And the reason ultimately I agree with you was because it was wrong, because it was motivated by fear. In the current incarnation of situation where I found something that appears to be good to lock down, okay, I am now approaching the issue of, okay, Eric, given that you're not scared of it, are you willing to put in the extra effort to double check, to do due diligence? Maybe there's somebody a little bit better that fills more roles or whatever. Or should you lock the shit down ASAP?
No, I don't know that I think that's it. I think that I think you'd be better served to look at, okay, will this meet the needs, and what are probable or potential unintended consequences?
I mean, there are too many variables to even factor in. It's impossible. That's why you have to limit shit to whether they can fill the roles you need, and whether if there are red flags that are deal breakers. There have been no deal breakers, and she meets the needs issue. At that point, you're being too INTP, and you're just trying to be too perfect about shit. You can't know unintended consequences because they're unintended, and you might be able to way someone say, there's a possible way it could go wrong, but here's a possible way it could go wrong.
That problem doesn't get less annoying.
What problem doesn't get less annoying?
If someone chews too loud, as just an example, the little irritations get way fucking bigger. You should know that.
Well, I put a check on shit right away. There was something she was doing that was irritating me right away, and I put a check on it, and she stopped.
You're pretty confident. You're very confident at checking people, then. More so than me.
First of all, I realize that I'm also annoying occasionally too. That not everybody has certain annoying things that are going to annoy me a little bit, and to the extent that they're willing to make an effort to be considerate, that's all that's required. I'm cooperative too, and I understand that I'll be annoying occasionally too, and that I can't expect that level of perfection. I need somebody to fill certain roles. That's my top need. Now, if in fact that comes with a couple things I don't like, that's how it goes. If they're big things I don't like, then they would have been red flags and she would have been deal breakers and that would have been over anyway. If she shows a willingness to adjust a little bit and respect the fact that this is an honest, cooperative endeavor where I'm not trying to take advantage of leverage points and say, aha, but you said, it's not like that at all. It's more like, let's both show each other that we know how to be in a relationship, which means affirming each other regularly, verbally, and not trying to find problems.
Do you
But
think
trying to find
knowledge
solutions.
and interest is as important or even close to as important as comfort and reliability?
Okay, so the first one was something in interest. What was the first word?
Novelty.
No, I don't think it's important at all, novelty and interest.
I do.
Okay, well, that's where we differ because I don't need novelty with a woman. Like, I don't need new sex partners or whatever. And the novelty that I need the other person to have the role of being willing to play novel games that I want to play with me. As she did yesterday when we went thrift store shopping and I started videotaping shit. She's very cooperative. Of course, she didn't say, you're not going to put that on the internet, are you? She just like goes along with it. Be my cameraman. She just holds the camera and does it. That is somebody who, and she tells me after, like yesterday she told me in the evening, he described to me and it was effing juicy, I'll tell you, how thrilling it was to be able to hear somebody talk through their date after the fact and how she just loved that. And, it's like she really likes talking with famous people a lot. She likes this thing and stuff and likes to be able to be included in it, but she doesn't know, she's not like bold, like I'm going to go on there. So she's happy to fill a role in that too. That's necessary for me. Yeah.
What is her type?
What's her type?
Mhm.
ESFJ.
Go for it.
Thanks. Who said that?
That's me, Chloe.
Thanks, Chloe.
Yeah, like I mean, if you had a good time with her, you should just continue that. Like, I mean, if it's good, then go for it.
Chloe has awful logic. Not in that statement, just generally. Maybe.
That's true. That's true. She does have awful logic. But the thing is, I need to determine whether if I can't just keep interviewing people forever. I gotta hire somebody.
Yeah. I guess I'm just curious if you and I obviously don't have the same metrics or needs or whatever, but I think from my experience, we have very similar thought processes and worldviews. And when you say what you need, it doesn't sound like what I think objectively that I need. It sounds like what you recognize you don't have.
But what I need, I get from this.
I'm not your girlfriend.
that is one of those roles that I need her to fill. But what I need in terms of intellectual engagement, ideas, exchanging of novelty, fucking making shit, playing, blah, blah, blah. I got that in spades. What I need her to do is go along with it.
Yep.
And be excited about it. Be excited to be included in my play.
You should get an ENFP.
No.
Okay, no, I'm messing with you.
You're voted out of the opinion-having people.
I went on a date with one just a couple nights ago and ended up yelling at her.
Really? Why'd you yell at her?
Polar TI.
Okay.
She said some stupid ass shit with a strong, stern opinion behind it, as though she knew what she was talking about, even though what she was really saying is, yeah, let's fuck people up with violence. But she didn't know that. She was saying that because she's stupid. So I had to yell at her.
All can substitute for logic if you just resolve hard enough.
And emote about it.
Right. And make it part of your identity.
Right. Then it's definitely true and valid. We can agree.
Like, I can't believe it's 2017 and...
That makes what comes after it true.
Right.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
My lack of belief. There's a funny mechanism, right? My lack of belief makes it true.
It makes more sense, though.
I guess, but only if you're evaluating the truth.
My indifference makes it true.
Right. Or my surprise.
The
The
truth.
fact that this surprised me means I couldn't have wanted it. Therefore, it must be true because I'm disinterested. You're right. Yeah, disinterest.
So then I guess the question I have is, if I'm an ENFP and I'm bereft of TI, how am I still successful here?
Novelty, because ENTPs value novelty and challenges.
And I, in particular, but also I think most ENTPs were very inclusive. So I want to find a way to make you fit in well. I like having other diverse voices here, and to the extent that you get too much, we'll smack you down without feeling one bad thing about you, right? The unique ability of the ENTP is the ability to put a smack down to you without actually thinking anything negative about you or wanting you to be mad or not be my friend anymore. It's just, well, I just had to smack you down because you were being annoying.
Your ideas are retarded. It doesn't have any character assessment.
Yeah, I still like you a lot, even though I just screamed at you.
I
don't like you a lot.
People don't automatically get it. Like, why do you think I'm mad at you? Not you, Chloe, but I have to say that all the time. Like, what? I'm not mad at you. Why the fuck do you think I'm mad at you?
Yeah, and the cool thing is that like you guys could disagree with me and like smack me down, and you still accept me, and it's like that's interesting because I have yet to experience an environment like that. So
We're a loving people. We're a fundamentally loving people in our lack of emotion.
ENTPs are actually very accepting and sort of altruistic in that way.
Yep.
People just mistake our impoliteness for meanness.
And Cholo, I want to thank you for crediting us for our inclusiveness. I appreciate that. That's good FE for an ENFP or for anybody.
We do have a lot of sketchy friends.
We've been known to have some sketchy friends.
I particularly have a lot of sketchy friends. But they're all...
Well, I was thinking about that too, Taylor. I was thinking about that in particular, how one of the reasons why you probably are less SI seeking is because you've embraced non-normalized standards of pleasure getting. So it's like you got a lot of SI from sexual intercourse, whereas I get a lot of SI. I need that part of SI, but it's not the dominant part of SI that I need. A real dominant part of SI I need is things that stay the same, because I'm so untethered and things are so all over the place that I am seeking more stability and sameness than I am the physical part of it, but I need the physical part as well. And you're right that I often underestimate my own need for that, and that's a problem for me. When I had it recently, it seems like it's completely unimportant. And why would you make decisions about that?
I cannot stress strongly enough how much I don't have sexual intercourse.
Okay, you have reproductive relations.
Fucking even more don't have that.
Okay, you have pre-ejaculatory behaviors.
God damn it. I have sexual intercourse, all right?
But here's the thing that can I change the topic, or would that be a rude thing to do?
You can change topic because I gotta go now. I really gotta go. Taylor, we'll talk about this more later. It's a fun conversation. Hey, I was gonna say to everybody, this is what I normally can't do because it makes people feel awkward. Taylor, I like you. I really appreciate having you as my best friend.
Thank you. I'm glad I'm not on camera.
That is good.
Yep, because my face would be stuck in that headlight spot. Like, what do I say back?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeehaw, partner.
Nope. I might live in cowboy country, but I'm not a fucking cowboy.
Aw, damn. Don't you ever, like, walk around with, like, beer and, like, guns and, like, the cowboy hat and shit, and then walk around like, I own this bitch?
Beer and guns and own this bitch, but no cowboy hat.
Okay. Wait, okay, we've got someone on camera. She looks somewhat new. Hi.
That's
No,
right.
she's
I'm
a-
Carolyn.
Oh, you're Carolyn. Hi.
She's a veteran.
I convinced you to finally get on camera. Well, maybe I didn't convince you, but still.
You cannot automatically take credit for things.
But no, I just kept persisting. Like every time I saw her, I was just like, you should get on camera. So I suggested it. So subconsciously, I caused it to happen.
No.
Yep.
You're underestimating the amount of push she's had to get on camera and speak. And I think that you're overestimating the amount of fucks that she gets.
Yeah.
Carolyn, on a scale of 0 to 10, how many fucks do you consider yourself to have generally at your disposal?
I can barely hear you, Taylor.
Do you give a fuck? Just generally?
About what?
Just in general.
In general,
Compared to the average person, how many fucks do you have to get?
probably 4 on a scale of 1 to 10.
Okay.
There we go.
How many
There's
fucks about
There's a
court?
song. It goes like, "How many fucks do I give? None." Like it's so cool. Like I think the lady's like an ESTP or something. Here, I'm gonna post it because it is an epic song. Yes.
Song? Where did Katie hide my cigarettes when she was cleaning? This is the problem with trying to have someone else meet your SI needs, is they organize your chaos to their own sort of chaos. Although ISFPs aren't very good at organizing anyway, so. Oh, cool. Kato's back to exercise, and we got a dude in the car. Hi, dude in the car.
I think that's Nick.
It's not Nick. We can't hear you, dude in the car.
What's up? What's up? I'm
Hello.
not in a car. This is just how I decorate my room.
I like your room. It's themed. You've got a consistent theme going on, at least.
The seats are very comfortable. They
So here's-
actually warm my bottom.
I decorate like outside. Oh, I'm wearing my white trash hat. Kato, you need to practice your rock climbing. That's not something you're good at.
Yeah, I suck, dude.
We noticed. It was fun. Thank you for sharing that, though.
Yeah. I had Converse on, so, like, it made it a lot harder.
St. Jacob, we are convinced that your bigotry is right.
Yeah. Anyway. You guys want to see some ass?
Yeah, kind of. Mostly I want to see you showing some ass. Because I value novelty.
I value novelty too. So I mean, yeehaw.
Yeehaw. Let's light things on fire. Watch them burn.
Exactly.
Which is actually something I did when I was younger.
Do you ever light a car on fire?
No comment.
Okay. I've seen pictures of people destroy cars.
I've played with cars.
Yeah.
We rolled a Volvo, which is a feat in and of itself. They're built like tanks.
Yeah. It sounds like it would be challenging. Possible, but challenging.
What you have to do is you have to find a road that T-bones at the end, and then try to go gunning at the intersection, and then pull the e-brake and try to fishtail, and then catch your rear tire in a gutter. Then you can roll a Volvo. Try it. You'll like it.
I'd definitely like to try it. So, I have a question about something. But, like, I've looked for the answer online and I couldn't find anything.
Lay it on me.
Okay, so for some reason, ESTPs and ISTPs seem to be very attracted to me. And I don't really know why.
FE. or at least ISTPs are FE seeking.
Really?
Yeah. And I don't know. I don't know about ESTPs. I had a lot of ESTP friends in high school, but I was more jockey than Eric. Obviously.
Yeah.
If anyone saw him jumping a bike.
I don't know, like there was this girl and she was an ESTP and she just chased me like a hound dog, and it was like, I don't even know what it is about me that draws you to me, that makes you want to talk to me every single time.
Are you lesbian or bi? Or,
I mean-
or is this just friendship thing?
Like, I think I really don't know. She wanted to talk to me every single day, and she would like say something to me every single day, and it's just like she had a boyfriend.
Sex with women.
I mean, I've made out with women, but no.
Okay.
Yeah, because like, but I mean, I'd be down for the experience, but I don't really give a shit about gender, really. I mean, I kind of am just.
You prefer, which crotch do you prefer? Innies or outies?
I really don't give a shit.
Sweet. One of my things that I liked in women was bisexuality. Because I value novelty and threesome.
Yeah, I value novelty too. So I mean, but I wouldn't say that I'm
second that notion,
bisexual.
good
I
sir.
just
I
say
know
that.
you avocado because you have bitches and wine parties.
But I'm not bisexual. Like, I mean, I just like it all. You know, I do not give a shit.
I don't know. I don't like it all. I like one thing specifically, but I like it in high doses.
Okay.
I'm talking about
Like
vaginas.
one thing, but she can suck my toes, man. I think that's cool.
I read between the lines there.
I'm not gonna lie, Kato. I am kind of scared and curious to try that experience again.
Yeah.
I don't know.
haven't
Just
done it. It's too weird.
It was crazy weird. What's weird is that I'm having this conversation at all about getting my toes sucked and not being sure if I liked it or not.
Yeah, it's weird. It feels like another wiener, but on your foot.
But also different.
But yeah, a little different. But anyway, continue.
Chloe, will you suck toes?
no. That's nasty.
Rude.
You lose some points there for whoever your mate's gonna be.
I don't know. Like, I mean, I have this ISTP guy, and I don't know. Like, I just jumped in it with him, and I don't know if I should have done that or not.
Should have what? Sucked his toes?
No. Like, I jumped in it with him. Like, you know.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't even know if I should, like, pursue the ISTP.
If it feels good, it can't be bad.
Yeah. Like, I don't have that much experience with ISTPs, and I don't know what to expect.
That's a lame excuse. Just try it, right? Are you attracted to him?
No. Like, we already did it. That's a thing. I just don't know if I should continue with it or not.
If it feels good, it can't be bad.
Okay.
Except for crack.